Hello, this is Edwin Dearborn, another edition of Driven. And what I love about live is I forgot to type in or plug in my microphone, but we're rolling forward anyways, despite all the barriers that I put upon myself. Now, in this edition of Growth Driven, we're going to go over the 10 reasons I know a business is going to fail. Hey, this is Edwin Dearborn, another edition of Growth Driven. Thanks for putting up with my not plugging in my microphone right at the beginning. I should have a little checklist, but here we are live on YouTube and Twitter and later to be put onto a podcast. I created a document. Actually, I was writing an article and I thought, this could actually become a video. I'm going to repurpose this as a video and as a podcast. And it's called 10 Reasons Why You're Eventually Going to Fail in Business. Now, I know it's not a positive topic, but here's the takeaway. Every time we go over a reason why one fails, it gives us the opportunity to learn how to overcome that failure. Once you become aware of a blind spot, whether it's in business, selling, life, your family, philosophically, and you can shine the light on that, no longer is that able to adversely affect you. And anytime in business we want to become better, we have to increase our awareness. We have to seek what are the areas that we have to become better at. Where am I failing? How do I become better? You're going to fail. I fail in business. We all fail. That's not the problem. We expect that as entrepreneurs, that failure along the lines will occur. The point is, we get back up. Do we reiterate? Do we learn from from those mistakes and grow? Hence why I've called this show Growth Driven. So I want to share with you a document that I put together. And basically, I'm going to show you my article that I'm writing. And here we go. So 10 signs that you will eventually fail in business. Now, according to data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, about 20% of small businesses in America fail within their first year, 1 out of 5. By the end of the 5th year, roughly 50% have faltered or failed. And after 10 years, only around a third of the businesses survive. So we can see that each year about 10% or so fall off. Now let's add the COVID factor of 2020. Yelp, the business listing and review site, noted in June of 2020 that 41% of all business closures noted on their site since March. Startups and established businesses were permanent. So we've had permanent closures of 41% of businesses since March of last year, according to Yelp. All right. Further on in the article, this is what I see are the underlying causes. Here's the 10 causes that I see. Look, if you're in business, you're in sales. That's just the way it is. Whether you like it or not, if you're in business, you have to sell your brand. Yet, when you ask and talk to as many people as I have, are you attracting and retaining enough ideal clients? Invariably, the answer is no. I've never had someone go, Ed, I have way too many ideal clients. They just stick around, they pay me too much money, and it's a problem. If you've heard that, it's rare. The other side of that story is more common. I don't have enough ideal clients. I don't have enough cash flow. So I want to go over with you my observations. Number one, no written comprehensive marketing and sales plan. And I've put a quote here for each point from an expert in business or life who I feel really nails and articulates the importance of this observation of mine. Not that they necessarily share my observation, but I believe that their quote aligns with my observation. This one's from Dave Ramsey. Quote, people are in such a hurry to launch their product or business that they seldom look at marketing from a bird's eye view and then don't create a systematic plan, unquote. Again, that's from Dave Ramsey, leader in finance. Yes, I agree. People do not get that 30,000 foot view and they don't create a systematic plan. If you don't have a plan, plan to fail. Point number 2, no effective use of a CRM to routinely stay in touch with past clients and unconverted leads. There's basically 2 types of audiences. Now, there could be many, but 2 overarching audiences you want in your CRM. Past clients, so you stay in touch with them so that they can buy from you again and they can refer to you their friends and family. And those people that didn't quite buy yet, they downloaded your free ebook, they called in, they walked in, however it is, they didn't quite purchase yet, they should be dripped on. This is from the Harvard Business Review. Quote, on average, sales and marketing costs average from 15 to 35% of total corporate costs. So the effort to automate for sales efficiency is absolutely essential. In cases reviewed, sales increase due to advanced CRM technology have ranged from 10% to more than 30%, Harvard Business Review. Okay, Harvard Business Review is probably one of the leading business publications on the planet, and they have found that if you use advanced CRM technology correctly, you will increase your revenue by 10 to 30%. Not bad. Point number 3, no or little use of paid advertising platforms such as Google Ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, etc. The quote I have for this one is from Thomas Jefferson. Quote, the man who stops advertising to save money is like the man who stops the clock to save time. Thomas Jefferson. Very true. You're not saving anything by not advertising. I recommend that you should put at least 10% of what you earn net, not gross, 10% of your net into continually growing your brand with new customers and getting old ones to come back and refer. Point number 4, no or little creation and distribution of relative content which your audience finds useful. I should also add, or entertaining. Look, if you're not creating content that educates, that stimulates, that invigorates, that motivates people to think differently about you, or give them reasons to come back to you, to keep you at top of mind, then you're not using one of the most important elements in marketing, which is content. Bill Gates said content is king. It's not prince, it's not a princess, it's not the duke, it's not an earl. Content is king. And the quote I put here is either write something worth reading or do something worth writing about, Benjamin Franklin. Well, writing was the form of content back in Ben Franklin's day, but I'm sure if Ben Franklin was on Instagram or YouTube, he would say, create content worth consuming or do something worth creating content about. Okay, point number 5, you don't like selling. There's people out there, there's business people out there that go into business and they go, I just don't like selling. Wow, right there, wrong mindset. That is a problem right there. And this is from Mark Cuban, billionaire, self-made billionaire. He says, learn to sell. In business, you're always selling to your prospects, investors, and employees. To be the best salesperson, put yourself in the shoes of the person to whom you're selling. Don't sell your product, solve their problems, Mark Cuban. I agree. Learn to sell. You're always selling in business. Always, always are you selling. Such a critical skill set. Number 6, you remained in the dark on contemporary marketing methods. I can't tell you how many times I've spoken with business leaders they're just ignorant, self-induced, by the way. Because I ask them, do you listen to podcasts or read books or attend conferences or do something engaging to get yourself to understand about marketing? And they're like, no, I don't read books. Like, I don't listen to podcasts. I don't watch YouTube videos. I don't get mentoring. I don't get coaching. And this quote is from Chris Brogan, who's the founder of New Marketing Labs. If you are in digital marketing, you know who Chris Brogan is. He says markets need to build digital relationships and reputation before closing the sale. I forget what is it. Google found that 90% of people will Google you before they even walk into your office. Most people go on TripAdvisor or Yelp or Google reviews before they even walk into a restaurant. If they've walked in the restaurant, 90% of them have already done the research. So if you don't have presence online, good online presence, good reputation, you're literally losing sales. Okay, point number 7, know or little creation of videos for your brand. And this is from one of my absolute favorite content creators and business leaders, Gary Vaynerchuk, best-selling author, international speaker, just a great guy. This is what he says about video marketing. Quote, the single most important strategy in content marketing today is video, whether it's video on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, or YouTube. The content you need to be thinking about creating and marketing on social for your business is video, period. Unquote, Gary Vaynerchuk. Absolutely. Look, there's so many platforms. YouTube is free. Facebook Live is free. This platform I'm using, StreamYard, is like $39, $49 a month. I spend more on coffee than I do my video marketing, at least the creation of it. So that, and if you don't know how to, do a deep dive, go to YouTube and learn. Get mentored, get a coach, call me, call someone. There is a way to learn how to do video marketing. I actually have a video called, how to do video marketing if you're shy. I give like 3 or 4 solutions. If you don't want to be on video, how to get other people on video, how to get content creators to create video for you, how to get your audience to create videos for you, how to hire actors or actresses to create videos for you. There's so many solutions, but you've got to get into video. Okay, onwards here. Point number 8, you believe that social media is not useful for growing your brand and new customer acquisition. This always gets me. And when we grow the old-fashioned way, word of mouth. And I go, oh, great. Well, if you're into word of mouth, then social media is word of mouth. Seriously, social media is word of mouth. When you get what word of mouth is, which most people don't, they think word of mouth is just referrals. They just see the result of the word of mouth, but they don't understand the mechanics, the psychology, the dynamics of word of mouth, and how that actually completely and utterly aligns and can be accentuated and amplified with social media. Guy Kawasaki, you've probably heard of him. He says, quote, a large social media presence is important because it's one of the last ways to conduct cost-effective marketing. Get that, cost-effective. Everything else involves buying eyeballs and ears. Social media enables a small business to earn eyeballs and ears. Guy Kawasaki. Could not agree more. I can't tell you how many opportunities I have gotten from social media. I'm on the board of directors of 3 companies from people I met on social media. Okay. I'm on the board of directors. I should say that. I want to say this again. I'm on the board of directors of multi-million-dollar companies from people that I've met on social media. Yeah. So when people tell me it's just like you're wackadoodle. Sorry. Point number 9, failing to continually educate yourself and your team on marketing and selling. Look, marketing and selling these are technologies. Yes, they have fundamentals, but there's always new methodologies, new technologies, new spins, further refinements of these fundamentals in contemporary times. This comes from Henry Ford, the quote that I put with this one. He says, quote, "The only thing worse than training your employees and having them leave is not training them and having them stay." I love that one. Nothing like a bunch of incompetent people on your team. Train, train, train. You got to train yourself. You got to be constantly investing in your knowledge and skills. And when you do that with contemporary technology, and you also do that with your team, whether your team is outsourced or whether your team is internal or whether your team is a consultant, everybody needs to be getting smarter. And when everybody becomes smarter and more skilled, it reflects in the growth of your brand. Point number 10, you are losing market share and do little to become contemporary and effective. How many people do you think are going to be sitting in a bar tonight grumbling about the competition, about how the competition is eating them away or how technology is taking business away from them? Millions of people, millions of business owners will be complaining about how the competition is taking business away from them. And this is because they're not focusing their energy on developing the new technology that's beating them. They're staying stuck in their ways. They're the old dog who refuses to learn new tricks. The quote that I put with this one is from Socrates, the great Greek philosopher. He says, quote, "The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new." Socrates. Build the new. Build the new. What does the new mean in today's marketplace? It means a lot, but you got to look and see what is the new. Okay, I wanted to share this with you. I'll be publishing this as an article, possibly in my next book, but I thought I'd make this into a video. These are all salient, important points to take note of and rectify if these are factors within your business. Thanks so much for joining me here on Growth Driven. I'm here to bring experts, talk to you, myself, on certain topics to bring to you the best insights, the best information. Maybe it's motivational, maybe it's not, but we're trying to, all of us that are on the show, help you build your brand, become successful, and have the prosperity and happiness that you really want. You make it a great day. Bye-bye.